What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here, and welcome to the Geek Lounge. Can you guys believe it's 3 years to the day that Avengers Endgame premiered in good old Los Angeles? And I thought, let's celebrate that anniversary by taking a look at this bad boy right here. And I mean, I can barely fit this thing in the shot. It is the Hot Toys Thanos battle damaged version from Avengers Endgame, set MMS564. Let me give you guys a quick spin here of the box. There's a bit of information on the back, but honestly, nothing really too spectacular. It's just some really nice box art here as we keep going around. Once I open it up, we are of course gonna do close-ups and such like I always do with these Hot Toys. And the sleeve is actually not that easy to get off, but I suppose that is a good thing. So let me just plop that down here. And there you guys can see the contents of the box. Like I said, we'll be taking a closer look at all of the pieces, the different poses, etc, etc. But yeah guys, that is really cool. This is actually the first time I'm actually looking at this because I only just opened it up. Maybe I should have filmed that as well, but I just felt it would take a little bit too much time. I have actually seen a little bit of damage there. I guess maybe I did that on the sleeve. Let me show that to you guys. If you can see that there, I mean, it's a bit hard for me to hold up. Right there, it's kind of just pulled the corner a little bit, but it is what it is. Not really too much else going on here. We've got the Avengers symbol there on the back. I think that's Thanos' blade, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just trying to look. Anything on the top? On the top, it just actually has the title there, Thanos, the battle damaged version with the set number. There are some pretty cool gold, kind of like gold and chrome gold foil symbols there. That is the Infinity Gauntlet, and then there is an Avengers A there on the bottom as well. It's actually not too easy to get it out. If you guys are wondering as well, I picked this up from Toys Wonderland. I think they're based in Hong Kong, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I paid significantly less for it than you can get it over here in the UK. And no tax or anything like that. Although shipping, I'm pretty sure shipping ended up being somewhere between like 80 and 100 pounds, but it is pretty darn heavy. And I mean, yeah, let me show you. Oh, whoa. Almost lost the whole thing there. Let me actually just hold it up one more time for you guys before we then do the close-ups. If you guys can see that. I mean, maybe it's a bit pointless, like I said. Close-ups are coming, so let's get into it now. And as you guys can see, it splits into 3 different sections here. This section here is the base. We've got a clear transparent rod here, I guess, to hold the figure up. And the base looks like it's concrete of some kind. You know, it was the Avengers compound where this battle takes place. But again, we'll get into close-ups in a second of everything. Here is then the figure with some of the accessories. We've got 2 different heads, the helmet, 2 different versions of the... This wasn't called the... Was there actually a name for this one? It wasn't the Infinity Gauntlet, was it? Was it the... I'm trying to remember. I actually do own the Hasbro Legends thing. I'll figure out what it is in a second. But yeah, look at that, guys. That's a really cool figure. We've got some things down here. Is that... I actually don't know what those are. I mean, we'll get to those in a minute. I think they might be batteries. There is a little booklet there as well, so that might explain a few things. And then again, we have another load of accessories. Well, a few hand parts there, and then Thanos blade there as well, as you can see. I actually didn't realise this piece comes off there like that. So like I said, a clear plastic rod there that I can only assume holds the figure up. I guess it goes into that hole here, and this is the base as well. Like I said, a concrete base that, yeah, I mean, it's everything around the Avengers compound, which has been destroyed at the point of this fight. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool detailed base. We'll get even closer looks at it, you know, we'll look at everything, all the poses, like I said, but I just wanted to show everything off piece for piece at the start. All right, so these are the different hand pieces we get, so you can pose the figure in many different ways. I guess this is just one for holding something. That's probably the other hand as well. You know, again, we'll get to all of the poses and things like that shortly. it's more like a, I guess like a grasp, almost looks like a force pull, force push type one. That one's a little bit more open-handed. I mean, there's not much I can really say about it. They are Thanos' hands, like I said. You can pose the figure in many different ways, and we will be taking a look at that very, very shortly. And here is the blade as well. Look at that, guys. That is very, very cool. Some really nice detail there on it. Again, we'll get closer looks. I mean, I'm going to stop saying that because I keep saying it, but yeah, really, really cool blade. Feels, I mean, yeah, if you bend it a lot, it's definitely going to snap, but yeah, there's definitely some good craftsmanship to it, and I really like the detail on it. And now for the bulk of the figure, guys, and I mean, I am struggling to fit this into the shot here, but fear not, I'm going to say it one more time, close-ups and 360s and whatnot are coming. I think I am going to have to read this instruction sheet very shortly. I struggled to get the pin thing in here into the base that I showed off earlier. I actually really struggled to get that in there, and then this other little black piece came with it, so I have to look at what that is all about. And then these as well might be, well, I'm assuming there's some kind of batteries or LEDs that maybe light up one of the gauntlets, quite probably. Well, actually, I was going to say they probably light up this one, but you know what, none of the Infinity Stones are actually in this version. Does this, I was about to say, I think this was, oh mind you, I'm not actually even showing you guys here, am I? I thought actually that bit came apart, but it actually does move. It is a clicking motion there of the gauntlet. Was it the Iron Gauntlet? Is that what, I actually don't think it had a name, did it, in the movie itself, but I think that Hasbro Legends Infinity Gauntlet, or Iron Gauntlet is what it was called. Then there is this version here as well. It's smaller though, so I'm a bit interested to see what that's all about. There is like a hole in there, but it does have the Infinity Stones. Obviously, I guess this is the one that Iron Man then pulls from. Let me show you guys what I mean in terms of the size difference there, but again, we'll get closer looks at this. Let me show off his helmet just here, because that is also pretty cool, so you can have it with or without the helmet. And is there, yeah, there is damage there, as you guys can see on the helmet as well. That is pretty cool. We do get two head molds here. We just pull this one out. So this one is an angrier looking Thanos. His eyes, they're almost closed. You can kind of see them a little bit open. He's got some marks there on his face as well. Some scarring, scratches, whatever you want to call it, bruises. That is pretty cool. And then for the big figure himself, guys, let me just pull him out. I thought he had a cape on here, but I guess that is all just protection. Let me just get rid of this. Which is the one thing, I know, it's just the silica gel, whatever that stuff is called, to protect it from, is it mold and mildew, or moisture? That's the word I was looking for. I really couldn't think there. So there is the other head mold that you can get. I think there's actually, this bit is kind of stuck under his head there a bit. I'm struggling to pull this out. There we go. Well, there's a little bit under there, but I'll look at this. Ah, there we go. I think that's now all out. So there is the different head mold. I'm not going to pull it off right now. I definitely want to read those instructions so I don't do anything too crazy. But as you guys can see, he also has some battle damage. He's a bit more worried here. This very well may be when Tony has clicked, you know, the I am Iron Man moment, and he's just watching everyone fade away. I've noticed some of the that kind of, whatever that material was, well, there we go, I guess that answers my question. The armor pieces do also come off, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to look at the instructions so I don't really mess anything up. I mean, let me just run him under the shot there for you guys. It's got a lot of this stuff in here that I really need to take out, but yeah, look at the armor, very cool. Battle damaged is the version. He's got scars and things there on his arm, even the veins from the muscles, and then there is the back as well. Again, some really nice damage on his back. And let me just show you guys the legs and the feet there as well, lots of marks. It's just a really cool, really highly detailed figure. But yeah, what I'm going to do now, guys, is read that little instruction booklet right there, so I kind of know what to do and so I don't mess anything up. Right, so I've stripped him down to the bare bones. As you can see, the arm pieces, well, you actually don't get any other arm pieces, it's just they had these cloth type things in there, I guess for added protection. But yeah, the head piece is now off, and they all just really clip into these ball joints, whatever they are. I think the feet can actually come off from what I can see. I mean, I don't know if you guys can quite see that inside, but you don't get any other kind of feet, so I thought there was no point in doing that. And I think the underbit is just like a flight suit as well. I don't think it is that same stuff as far as I can tell. But one thing I did notice, so with the Infinity Gauntlet, that does actually, well, that actually feels a bit wrong there, but you can pull it off there, as you can see, and that allows you, well, actually I had already pulled that off. That's why the ones with the stones are now on there. That's what we had originally when it came in the box, and that just clips in there. The helmet does also just nicely fit. Well, actually, maybe it's a bit better fit once the figure is, once the head is on the figure, but there is actually a nice fit because I did a bit of testing. I still really need to figure this out on the base though. You need to take that screw off, and that ends up going on the top there, and then you screw that in. I'm trying to still think where it hooks in. The instructions aren't particularly great. I mean, I'll show them off to you guys here. I mean, it is like a kind of thing that you want to figure out yourself, I suppose, but at the same time, they're still pretty expensive, these Hot Toys. A warning, this is sharp piece, and then showing things you should and shouldn't do. What does it actually say? The outfit is non-detachable. Do not try to take it off, otherwise it may get damaged. Avoid direct contact of the helmet with the head sculpt for long periods of time, otherwise the colour may transfer onto the head sculpt. Well, that's a little bit disappointing though, but anyway. And there's just really some more display information, and yeah, that's about putting it onto the base. It actually does suggest that, well, actually I know that bit is magnetic. It just kind of pulls off and clips back on there. The shoulder pauldron, I think it seems to suggest something about the feet. I don't really think magnetic, just the fact that they step up there as well. And yeah, I don't know if you guys did see that there on the instruction as well. We do have these little batteries, so the stones, at least as it relates to this one, they do light up. I've actually already taken the piece off there, as you guys can see it. It is a really tiny screw though. I did find a screwdriver. This was the smallest I could find, and I think it does fit. Yeah, it seems to be coming up. So we'll pop these batteries in. I mean, I'm not gonna bore you guys with me trying to get this tiny screw out and get these tiny batteries in, so join me in just a sec. So it's a good job I actually cut that, because this was very, very awkward. It was actually easy to get the screw out, and it was easy to actually get the batteries in, even though they're very small and fiddly. But to actually get this piece off was very, very annoying. There's like a little clip that goes in there. I actually had to use a like, I don't know if railed coat hanger is the right word. No, like a wire coat hanger. That's the right word. There we go. To pop it out. But yeah, batteries are now in. So as you guys can see, it makes this little light here, and then you pop in, well, let's pop this one on first because I'm just intrigued to see what it does. I can't imagine it does much. Yeah, nothing there. You can't really see what it's doing. I mean, I didn't really show that. There is the on-off switch there, if you guys can make that out. Obviously it would be covered by yeah, what am I doing here, that piece here that is also a bit fiddly to get in. So yeah, you obviously have to take that off to get these to the switch. You can see the light is on in there, so let's just pop that back off. Oh, I suppose I should have left that on now, shouldn't I? And let's check what it does here. Look at that, guys, that's very cool. Has all of the Infinity Stones. Oh, I just actually noticed the thumb moves there as well, so I guess you can actually kind of do a bit of a clicking motion as well. I actually didn't notice that the hands moved. I mean, We could have had some of the energy light up, that would have been cool, but yeah, you can't complain there. That is a pretty good light. Not too much there on the, was it Mind Stone? I honestly can't remember. I should, because I literally watched Endgame, I want to say 3-4 weeks ago. But yeah, that's really, really cool. So I've put the arm pieces back in, and I just wanted to show you guys just how things kind of pop on. So as you can see, I was about to say, there you can see very easy there. You do have to give it a bit of a push and not be too scared, even though I am a little bit scared because of how fragile everything is. But there is the angry face, as I mentioned. See, the helmet goes on. It's a much nicer fit. Well, I actually think it fits nicer onto the other head sculpt, to be perfectly honest, or it seemed it like wasn't as loose. It feels a little bit loose on this one. Actually, I've just noticed a bit of breakage there, but I think that's actually part of the design. I think it is. I hope it is. I haven't seen any pieces around. We popped the head off. That was quite a funny sound. Pop that one back on. Yeah, it is. Like I said, you have to give it a bit of a push. And yeah, there we go. The helmet, it just fits a bit more snug onto that face, which I feel is a little bit weird, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, this is the face of defeat, if we can call it that. And then some of the hands, these were the hands that were on there before. We've got, if I just pop on, oh, so I'm actually headbutting the camera there, or causing Thanos to headbutt the camera. So as you guys can see, the well, I've actually made him cack-handed now, haven't I? Because that is the wrong hand. That's pretty stupid. There we go. If we pop that one on here, apologies for knocking the camera there. That bit keeps falling off, but it is just magnetized, so it will pop on easily. I did notice, obviously, you've got movement in the arms. The arms, there's a little bit of squidge to them as well, if that's a good word to say. And if we just pop on the other hand here as well. So yeah, you have to give it a little bit of force to go on. But there we have him now with different hands. And I should actually say, see, I don't really like that sound. That always sounds wrong to me on a figure, but I think it's the way it is, because especially if you're going to display him with the blade. And now I figured if we pop the arm off, let's pop the Infinity Gauntlet on. I want to make sure I've got it the right way, because that's then how you pop that on, like so. And yeah, we can have him, I guess, doing, I don't know, like a Shaka sign or whatever it is, whatever you want to do. But yeah, that's how you then put the gauntlet on, like I said, as well. And we can pose him in a few different ways. I just really need to figure out this base first before we do anything else, because yeah, that's really going to be what's necessary to look through all the poses. I'll be very honest with you guys, I'm having a bit of trouble getting the pole into the hole here in the base. I've just kind of realised what I've said. Get your head out of the gutter. But if there's anybody that owns this figure, please do let me know in the comment section below. Did you also have a tough time getting this in? I mean, look at this, guys. Firstly, it's a horrible sound. I feel like I'm going to break it. I don't know if I'm going to tap it. I mean, that actually already hurts my hand. But it's just not going in there. It's like the hole is just a bit too small. And I don't really want to force it too much. I mean, I might have to, but like I said, the hole just does seem too small. And the thing is, I've been sitting it for about 10 minutes trying to get it in. Maybe I do just need to give it a good bash, but I'm a bit scared to break it. So, you know what, I don't want that to kind of ruin or make the video go too long. So I'm going to play around with him, put him in, that sounds wrong already, again, get your head out of the gutter. Maybe I need to get my head out of the gutter. I'm going to kind of, you know, put him up in different poses and whatnot, take some shots for you guys so you can just see how epically cool this figure is. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. First and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a like, drop some comments below. Did you guys enjoy this figure, and would you like to see us do more Hot Toys here on the channel? Because we do have more to show off, particularly from the Star Wars range, and I'll let you guys in on a little secret. Well, it's not really a little secret because everyone does it. We are having a big Star Wars celebration in the month of May here on the Geek Lounge, so make sure you stay tuned. How do you stay tuned? Very simple. Hit click, smash that subscribe button, enable those notifications so you don't miss out on that and any other future content. Guys, thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.